Welcome to Book Bites, your weekly dose of literary delight. We dive into Amazon's top-selling books, giving you the lowdown on what's hot and what's not. Join us as we uncover hidden gems, discuss captivating storylines, and analyze the minds of best-selling authors. Whether you're a seasoned reader or just starting your literary journey, there's something for everyone. So grab a cup of coffee, get cozy, and let's get reading.
Welcome back, everyone. Today, we are going to be taking a deep dive into the world of natural remedies.
Okay.
Specifically, we're going to be looking at this book, Forgotten Home Apothecary.
Yeah.
250 powerful remedies at your fingertips.
250.
That's right, 250. We have a really detailed review of the book here, and we're going to try to pull out the most important takeaways and share them all with you today.
I'm excited about this one.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
So one of the things that really stood out in this review was just how practical this book is.
Okay.
You know, it covers like a really wide range of ailments, and it offers several different approaches for each one.
Yeah.
So like, for example, if you're having trouble sleeping,
Okay.
the book might suggest things like chamomile tea,
Right.
or lavender aromatherapy, or even a specific breathing exercise you could try.
I see.
So you're not just pigeonholed into one solution.
Yeah.
You can actually experiment and find what works best for you.
That's a great point. It kind of highlights the idea that healing isn't a one-size-fits-all thing.
Exactly.
Like what works for one person might not work for another.
Right.
And this actually ties into one of the big concepts that the book emphasizes, which is food as medicine.
Okay.
So it encourages you to really look at what's in your kitchen and think about how those ingredients can support your well-being.
So, like, instead of reaching for over-the-counter meds for, like, a minor headache,
Right.
you might try ginger tea.
Ooh, yeah.
Or a peppermint compress, which are both things that the book goes into detail about how to make.
And a lot of these ingredients are things that people probably already have,
Okay.
just lying around in their kitchen or their spice rack.
Absolutely.
Which is great.
Super accessible.
That's really appealing. It empowers people to be able to take control of their health
Right.
in a way that feels tangible.
Yes.
Instead of feeling reliant on pharmaceuticals, you can actually turn to what's in your pantry or your garden even. I love that.
It's kind of reclaiming that connection with nature and traditional wisdom.
That's so interesting. I hadn't even thought about it that way.
Yeah.
Like we've lost touch with some of that ancestral knowledge in a way.
Yeah.
The review also mentioned that the book itself is really beautifully designed and easy to navigate.
It is definitely visually appealing.
Okay.
But I think what's even more important than that, it's how user-friendly it is.
Right.
The recipes are very clear and concise.
Nice.
Even for someone who's totally new to herbalism or natural remedies.
So you don't have to have like a degree in botany to understand this book.
Exactly. And it guides you step by step through the process.
Cool.
So it makes it feel much less intimidating for people who are just starting out.
I love that.
Yeah. It's all about encouraging people to explore and experiment with these natural options.
Awesome. But like with any deep dive, we have to be fair and balanced here.
Sure.
So the review did mention a couple of potential downsides we should touch on.
Right. So one thing to keep in mind is that not every single remedy in the book has been like scientifically validated.
Yeah, that's a good point.
A lot of these practices have been used for generations, but they may not have gone through rigorous, clinical trials.
It's like how people used willow bark for pain relief for centuries.
Oh, yeah.
Before we figured out that the active ingredient was salicylic acid.
Right.
Which became the basis for aspirin.
Exactly.
So sometimes traditional knowledge and modern science don't perfectly line up.
That makes a lot of sense.
But I think it's still valuable, It's just important to approach it with a discerning eye.
Okay.
Maybe do a little bit extra research on your own if you're looking for more like scientific backing for a particular remedy.
Good advice. And of course, there's always the issue of potential allergies.
Oh, yeah. That's a big one.
Herbs are powerful.
They are.
And what works great for one person might cause a reaction in someone else.
Absolutely. So it's always a good idea to do a patch test, before trying any new remedy, especially if you have sensitive skin or known allergies.
It's always better to be safe than sorry.
Yeah.
And that kind of leads us to another really important reminder, which is that this book should not be taken as a substitute for professional medical advice.
Couldn't agree more. If you have serious health concerns or you're thinking about replacing a prescribed medication, always talk to your doctor.
Yes, your doctor should always be your first point of contact.
Exactly. This book can be a fantastic complement to conventional medicine, but it shouldn't replace it entirely.
So with all of that in mind, who do you think would really benefit from this book?
I think anyone who is curious about natural remedies and wants to take a more active role in their well-being. If you're interested in maybe exploring some alternative approaches, whether for like minor ailments or just for boosting your overall health, I think this book could be a really great starting point.
Yeah, it's like a gateway to a whole new world of healing possibilities.
Exactly, but used responsibly with the guidance of a healthcare professional when necessary.
Now, thinking about all of this, this book and the power of natural remedies, I'm curious. What's one natural remedy that you've always been interested in, but maybe haven't tried yet?
Well, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I think for me, it's probably...
Or one that you have tried and you really like.
Oh, yeah. Actually, you know what?
What is it?
I've always been fascinated by elderberry syrup.
Oh, yeah.
And I know it's become quite popular.
Very popular.
In recent years. But I've always wanted to try making my own.
Oh, wow.
From scratch, using fresh elderberries. I feel like there's something really special about that.
That sounds amazing.
Kind of connecting with the process.
Yeah, I love that.
So maybe this deep dive is the inspiration I needed to finally give it a go.
That's awesome. Well, I hope you do, and I hope you report back to us on how it goes.
I will.
This book has definitely sparked our curiosity, and we hope it's done the same for you.
Me too.
Remember, this is just the beginning of your exploration.
Absolutely.
There's a whole world of natural remedies out there waiting to be discovered.
And it's fascinating.
So keep learning, keep experimenting, and keep that conversation going.
Yeah.
If you have any personal experiences with natural remedies that you want to share, we would love to hear about it.
Yeah, let us know in the comments.
Happy exploring.
See you next time.
That's all for this episode of Book Bites. We hope you enjoyed our review, and if you did, please like, share, and follow our podcast. And don't forget to leave a comment with your thoughts on the book. We love hearing from our listeners.